Hey, well, good morning. Hello, my good friends on YouTube. I really appreciate the nice things people are saying on my YouTube channel about the challenge. Today, I had to start much earlier than I normally do because today's workout is going to be. After this, I go outside. Today's my loaded carry workout, so it's going to be a long day. And I got stuff this afternoon. I'm doing this recovery thing this afternoon. It's my godson calls it a banana bag, but it's an IV. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess it's great if you're hungover, which I'm not, too bad. But it's a great, great little recovery tool. It's a little expensive, I think. But then I had to remind myself it is a medical procedure. So I want to make sure I'm clear this afternoon that I don't want to be doing one time after a surgery. I think it was my elbow surgery. I went through the discus weeks later, and they had put the IV in here, and there's so much force when you throw in the offhand that I had a hand like this for like a month because something bad happened. Good. Best book ever. Young person just said, Mass Made Simple is the best book ever. Yes, many people consider it right there with Shakespeare's Othello. Most people. Yeah. Okay, when I get done today, I'll be 3/4 the way through. So, 10,000 swing challenge. I'm at 7. I got 500 to do today. I'm sore. I got to go fast today. I don't want to go fast. I want to just sit in my bed. Let's get some in. Oh. So I'm coming into these swings today with not even, under 20 hours of recovery from the last batch. So I got some butt cramping going on. Welcome and good morning, everybody who joined. I'm just doing the 10,000 swing challenge. I'm going to answer the same stupid questions. I don't know, a lot. Hopefully some friends and family drop in. And my YouTubers, this is the only time I think so far. I might have done them once in the morning, but this is the earliest I've done them. And that's not like an excuse. It's just that in the morning, you're not as well lubed as you are, say, at 3 o'clock. After you wake up, it takes a little bit of moving around to get the. So I have to be even more careful today about making sure my glutes and my ab wall bite at the top. That'll protect any joint or disc issues. The muscles are like a mummy wrap, a belt, protected. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but is that a question? Oh yeah, somebody asked me if there's anything challenging about getting over the halfway point. Like I tell everybody, the worst week is reps, and it's going to finish today. 5,000 to 7,500, the halfway to the 3/4 mark, because you lose. It's not so cool anymore. It's like, ooh, I'm going to go do a challenge. Now it's like, here we go. Sorry. I've really been enjoying this. Got to really thank my friends at Dan John University, and obviously Jeff Hemingway, Michael John, Brian John, Tim Gernot, a lot of others who've been really just kind of helpful, not just on the live feed, but little motivations here and there, good job and stuff like that. It's not as, the funny thing about the 10,000 swing challenge is, it's 10,000 swings, okay. 20 workouts, 500 swings, okay. But it's the grind. It's physically, like today, I can feel it, I can feel the accumulation is the word I always use, the accumulation of the reps. But that's, I've never found anything in life that wasn't about accumulation of repetitions, being a good parent, you gotta, being a good dad, being a good grandfather, being a good neighbor, being a good coach, it's just you just gotta keep compiling the moments. And sometimes you do something like the 10,000 swing challenge because that practice will carry over the other areas of life. If you can do 10,000 swings in 20 days, and that's nothing, it's really not that difficult. Yeah, it is, but it's not. Other areas of your life seem to clean up a little bit too. Okay. 100 down. What's weird, and I've already noticed this in the morning, is that the heater comes on a little bit more in the morning than it does in the afternoon. So I'm getting blown on. Okay, so we have something from Barry Walsh. Hey, Barry. I'm going back to... He asked me a binary question, which is, do I think something is better than something else? Obviously, I would like you to watch my video called Don't Be Binary. I don't like binary questions. Yeah, both are important. Why? Is there are the police at your house saying you can't do barbell work? Yeah. It's all good. You need it all, I think. Well, who's this guy? The lifting dad. So this guy comes in and criticizes my swing. Notice the swing isn't remotely hardstyle. So I wrote a book called The Hardstyle Kettlebell Challenge. And this guy's getting on my form. Dude, what do you want me to do? It is hardstyle. It's just the first 100 reps on a day where I'm going to peak out at 7,500 reps. And yeah, maybe I'm sore and tired in the early morning days. Yeah. Gorg, good to see you again. Yeah. Yeah, here's the problem, lifting dad, is when you write something like that without the full. So this is a good thing about coaching. You don't walk up. When I go up to I get asked to help with throwers and football programs all the time. One of the first things I do is whenever I go to criticize, I make sure I do the Oreo technique a little bit. You put sandwich technique. A piece of bread of positive, piece of bread, meat, negative meat, positive bread. But you really gotta be careful when you say something, because it's like there might be a really good reason the guys don't wear their helmets on Tuesdays at practice, because Hey, another Barry. I thought you might be Irish. What county are you from? Let's get some swings in. And if it's a county I like, then I'll let you stay. I'm not sure there's a county I dislike, so we'll just find out. Easy. Oh, I was going to do 35. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Hey, Johnny, we got another guy from Ireland. Oh, Les. No, I don't like Carrymore. My favorite counties are, Phil, you got some guys from, God, the Cornish. Yeah, no, I spend a lot of time in Galway, as everyone knows, and up in Sligo. I love Sligo, such a great beach. Up in the Belfast, of course, a lot of time on Belfast for weddings. Dublin, as much as I can. Dublin isn't nearly it's not a good place to stay for a month, as opposed to, say, a Sligo or a Galway. Yeah. Up the, yeah. I honestly thought Mayo had a chance this year, and that's why I was wearing my Mayo shirt. If you look on my Instagram, I have a Dan John Mayo shirt. Yeah, for those who don't know, GAA, boy, I tell you, Dublin has had a role of success in the one called in Gaelic football that is just really in a modern time pretty amazing. How often do I do coaching with military people? That's a question I don't know how to answer. If you show up at my house, I'll coach you. But if it's something I have to do, I try not to talk about it. Again, this guy, wonderful something or other, he called me John. What's my actual name? Yeah, I thought I answered this question yesterday. Yeah, Mr. John. Dan's better. If you have questions about programming and home training, go to danjohnuniversity.com, sign up for the free membership, go to the workout generator, plug in the equipment you have, how many days a week you want to work out, press the button, and the magic will happen. As I said yesterday, I thought I answered the same exact question. I can't do better than the workout generator, because the workout generator literally is what's inside my head, and then put into a format that all the give and take, the questions, answers, the feedback are all in the same little area. So if I say you need to do 500 kettlebell swings, you say I don't have a kettlebell, the generator will answer the question nicely. I'll just say, you're an idiot. The 10,000 kettlebell swing challenge. Well, I don't want to do 10,000. Well, then it's not the 10,000 kettlebell swing challenge. Well, I don't have a kettlebell. Then it's not the 10,000 kettlebell swing challenge. I don't want to do swings. Well, then it's not the 10,000 kettlebell swing challenge. Can I do this over a year? Insert bullet. My it's gonna be a long one this morning. I answer this question every day. You bet. Well, so Charlie asks, "What's my breathing?" And then he answers his own question. I breathe like you're supposed to breathe. I think throwers, you push out, you the throw. I breathe in on the bottom because I've always found that an easier way for me to. Actually, it really helps me, I think, protect my lower back because I try to diaphragm breathe, which pushes my belly into my pelvic bowl, which gives me more stability. Yeah, it's been a real adventure lately, just with what's going on in the world and my personal life and my work life. It's been a strange couple of weeks, huh? Hopefully things will calm down. Hey, Fo's Gym is doing the kettlebell easy strength workout. Now, it's not a perfect workout, that kettlebell easy strength, but it's as good as I could do with the parameters of doing it. But oddly, if you take it seriously and you do the press, you do the goblet squat, you do a little bit every day, with the kettlebell, over a 40-day period, you're going to trend in the right direction. And honestly, sometimes it doesn't have to be a life-affirming, life-changing moment. I mean, tiny bits of progress, that's an amazing thing. Yes, I kind of wish I could just, everybody who wants to do these programs just had all the equipment I have so I can do them the way I can do them. That's funny, as I say this in my family room with a single kettlebell. But I can do so much more because of the amount of equipment I have. I can, I don't use small plates, I only use big plates, but at least I have an ability to change plates or change bells without, if I want to change out my bell, I just go to my rack and swap it out. It's a lot easier than if you just have a 25-pound bell and an adjustable piece of crap bell. It's much easier if you have all high-end bells like I do. $200. I went much faster yesterday. Today, not so much. Could I send you my mass made simple and would you sign it? Yeah, of course I would, sure. Direct message me. I'll send you my address. Someone wants me to sign one of my books. I do it quite a bit now, but I would like you to reimburse the shipping for me. That bothers me. I've had people send me, will you sign this? And it just comes in a package. It's like, okay. So it cost me $14, $15, $20 to send it back to them. It's like, I made $1 on the sale of the book and it cost me, $20 to get it to the person. Yeah, just do that, okay? Direct message and I'll ping my address to you, okay? Though honestly, most people know my address anyway. My daughter went online and it was interesting how much information is online about you, about a person, and how incorrect so much of it is. That was kind of funny. Yeah, they had just so much wrong information. Yeah, what do I know? Okay, not a lot of questions this morning. I know a lot of the regulars aren't here because usually I come in about 1 or 2 o'clock Mountain Time, and a whole bunch of my European friends are, basically sitting around drinking stouts or pilsners or whiskeys and watching me and making fun of me online. So yeah, I call those friends. So all right, let's kick this thing's butt. Body weight was down again today, which is weird. There's no rhyme or reason with my body weight this week. Last night I made ragu with really interesting cheeses, a pork ragu. It was good with kale and currants and those little black raisin-like things. It's pretty good, but I don't think this body needs pasta. I don't know of a body that does anymore. Oh. Next set will get us over halfway. I'm looking forward to finishing this. Okay. Oh, you're all good, man. You don't have to apologize for anything. Susie Gooch is back. Susie Gooch is a daily follower. You don't need to apologize for anything, lifting dad. Just, context. Context is always so important. You have a grumpy 63-year-old grandfather early in the morning doing kettlebell swings, facing a really hard workout right after. He's been fasting for 14, 15 hours. Woke up and had to grade college papers. My wife's coming home this afternoon. Maybe I'll be a lot happier tomorrow. We all doubt that, though. I'll be my usual grumpy self tomorrow. Okay. Fist punch back to you, Susie. Okay, so came out with this brilliant idea on today's workout. 35, 35, 30, or 35, 30, 35. Those will get you sets of 100. Just, since I'm not doing push-ups or pull-ups or squats or anything in between each set, I can do much longer reps than I have ever done before. I've done the 50s, obviously, a lot of times, but without doing the pull-up, like when you do pull-ups between sets and swings, your grip just gets fried and dry. Okay, over halfway today, and feeling a little lightheaded.
Okay, so Charles, Coach, what are the biggest failure or perceived failure has positively influenced? Well, if you read any of my books, especially I think 40 Years with the Whistle, Now What, I give you the list. In my personal life, very often the very worst things that happened to me a year later propelled me to the best things, and I'm very candid about it in the book. A failure at the sectionals led to a state championship. Breaking my wrist led to the best athletics of my life at 46, 47, 48, because once it was all taken away from me, it all got great. Yeah, so Now What, 40 Years with the Whistle, they'll have it all. And if you can't find it, I'll cut and paste it for you, because, sometimes I yell at you nice people on Instagram Live. The lack of the ability to Google or purchase. So Dan, will you send me all your most brilliant material for free? Here's my email address. I email it, not even a response back sometimes. Emailed next day, did you get it? Oh yeah, hey, yeah, thank you. Oh, okay. Mr. McNutt, congratulations on getting your 500 swings in today. So we did this thing at the USOC back in '91, and it was really kind of interesting, where you put down the best things of your life and the worst. And I have my list up in my office, so I'm down here and I'm not going to run up and get it. And then what we found out is that the worst things that you think happen always end up being the best. They tie right into the best. And there's some bad things on my list. They break my heart a little bit. I don't want to talk about it this morning, because I don't want to rip the scabs off and do a tearful show on Instagram, if you don't mind. But yeah, it's well worth your time to do that list. It was interesting because as I did the list, I went back and looked at it a couple days ago, and there's this great play I made against Westmore High, and it was just like this moment where, I've had those white moments of victory in my life, but the clarity. So these guys line up. Westmore lines up. And as they line up, I know exactly what they're going to do. I lean over and I tap Rich Karras and I tell them they're going to do a screen. One of their offensive linemen looks up and stares at me like, how does he know that? And it was just like a magical moment where I was mentally I was so far ahead of everybody else in the field. I don't know why I didn't pick six it. I let their running back Dan Tong catch it and then threw him on the ground. I should have just picked it and ran. But watching the quarterback's eyes when I was standing next to the receiver and he had no idea what to do. He was trying to throw it. Actually, Dan made a good play to catch it. But in fact, there is a video I'd like to get. Westmore, South City High School, varsity 1974. That'd be a nice video. I'd like that. All right. So this set should get us to 300, which is where the Pat Flynn crew will check out, and I'm here to help you. Good. Another set of 35 there is nice. Okay, so we're over 300, which is always good. That's where the Pat Flynn 300 day crew goes. So Liam, I've been to Leeds. So we had a question. A guy named Liam is asking about Leeds and England. Most people don't know that Leeds is probably one of the most influential strength and conditioning schools in the world. Uh, uh, Mick coaches there, the great British javelin thrower, so it's a hell of a place. Hi, Ivan. But basically, one could easily argue that Leeds invented what we would call circuit training, though. Yeah, I know. He said that I'm early today. I explained it already, but if you want, I'll explain it again. So, yeah, Leeds, when I went into their facilities, I kind of started with the guys. I said, okay, you guys, to the audience, you guys just don't know what a big deal this is, you know. There's the stall bars, the Swedish stall bars against the walls. They still have the pommel horses and the ropes and the rings and everything. I'm like, this is strength and conditioning history. And of course, you know, 21, 22-year-old college, oh, that's cool. Ooh. It's like, yes. No, they didn't really say that. They went, oh, jeepers, this is just amazing. Yeah, I didn't say that either. All right, let's get some more swings in, because if a day ends in Y, it's a good day to swing. Like I said, the accumulation of this workout is what gets you. Like in all good workouts, you know, it's not one day, it's the accumulation. And that's what, it's good. It's what tears you down, but it's also what builds you up. A whole bunch of songs just went into my head. Smell 400. Okay, you bet, Charles. Charles did an interesting thing, ladies and gentlemen. He looked up my book. And Charles, since you did something I'm not used to, oh, you just found it. I didn't see you bought it. Okay. As an author, you know, we find these sites constantly. One's called Scribd or something like that, that has all my books on PDF, and people use them. It's like, why? And that's why I stopped this from doing PDFs anymore. Because, you know, if you just cut and paste it and share it, it's not fair. You know, it's illegal. That's one thing. Of course, in the United States, you know, the people who stormed the Capitol screaming, "Kill the speaker," are also in favor of law and order. So what does legal mean anymore? But it's also sinful to steal an author's work. It's a sin of commission. Ennis asks, does easy strength build muscle? Well, I don't know. I mean, if you know, when I'm benching, you know, if I'm doing 315 for double in the incline, and, you know, thick bar and 315 in the deadlift, and doing 8, 9, 10 pull-ups, I mean, how would that not lead to some kind of hypertrophy? There's better hypertrophy programs. Of course, I'm just not a big fan of hypertrophy for hypertrophy's sake until you hit my age, and then it becomes very important. Am I reading anything interesting at the moment? Yeah, I'm reading about, holy cow, people keep sending me books, brother. But I bought a book called Exercised, with a D at the end, and it's a Harvard anthropologist looking at exercise. And I got to tell you, I mean, a lot of people don't like it because, you know, we're all supposed to hate paleo now. So remember how we used to love Atkins, and then it was wrong, and then paleo was the right answer, and then now it's wrong. CrossFit's the most important. Oop, I said the name. Shit. The workout that shall not be named is the only way to get great. The workout that shall not be named is the worst thing you could ever do, you know. But I like his anthropological look at humans. You know, if you read like Born to Run and stuff, McDougall does a fun job. He misses an important point in his own book. He talks about running barefoot all the time, and yet the people he studied, the people of the Tarahwana tribe, they wear shoes. Love to breathe. Good morning, folks. One of the greatest people I know just came on to say good morning to us. This is my friend Summer, and Summer's wonderful, and she is breaking records by every day. I'm just, you inspire me, young lady. And yes, I'm drinking coffee. You probably, when I taught you in high school, you probably never saw me drink coffee. Right? I used to drink about 6 pots a day when I taught those kids to judge, and it wasn't enough. We had a lot of interesting kids out there, Judge. 340. 341 is when I cleaned in my last weightlifting meet before I went off to Utah State. That's when I knew I was going to have a good year. Then I almost died. Wish you could have that. I wish they could have done what they do now and redshirted me, but they couldn't. Oh, stop it, Mr. Black. This is my dog, Sirius. He likes to growl and bark, and then he licks you. Do I try to progress my barbell lifts during the 10,000 swing challenge? Yeah, Zach, good plan. Go ahead and do that for me. Get back to me. He wants to know if I progress my lifts. You gotta love that. So my friend Summer, I'm not gonna. In my world, my wife and I donate heavily to help out with various cystic fibrosis foundations, which is CF, and we support some really innovative studies by Taylor Lewis out there in California, he's honestly, no matter what you say about cardio or strength training, I'm going to just say, okay, study Taylor Lewis and then get back to me on your idiocy. You're a delight. Thank you, Summer. I find it very hard aesthetically, probably due to a lot of spuds every day and high calories. What was your thoughts on the velocity diet? Well, Barry asked about this diet I did years ago. Velocity diet, where I drank, my food consumption for the day was 6 protein shakes, and that's it. Barry, I didn't do it for body composition issues. Now, I did. I mean, it's funny because I'm losing about the same weight. Yeah, it's about the same. But yeah, I got 6-pack, that's for sure. 8-pack. I didn't do it for vanity reasons, body comp. I did it because I lost the World Championships in the Highland Games. Basically, there's only one event that's judged, and that's a caber. And even my competitors said that my competitors came out and said I got screwed. So I don't remember if I was like, my score was like, I won every event. First, 7th in the caber. And the joke was the other 6 guys got noons and I got 11:59. I don't know how true it is, but when I was in the hotel room that night, I was really, I said next year there'll be no stone unturned. And then I did the velocity diet for 28 days. Just my blood profiles whipped upside down. Here's one thing. Once you've done that for 28 days, lifting weights and throwing stuff is nothing. When I went back next year, a really nice guy, I don't want to say the person's name because they might deny it, because I like the person. And they like me, and they don't, You don't want to publicly let anyone know we like each other. That's weird. He said later on, I go, you showed up, I looked in your eyes, and I thought, yeah, second place, that's going to be something I'll strive for today, because there's no way I'm beating that guy. So the velocity diet gave me, there's a word in hawking, Yarak, Y-A-R-A-K, and it's the vision a raptor has when it's hungry. Man, I had a case of Yarak for 11 months after that. And then I won it 2 years in a row. And what's interesting is that they didn't put my name on the plaque for winning it 2 years in a row. They gave it credit to somebody else. And I was like, really? Because all you have is you end up where you're at in my life with just a bunch of trophies and cups that your kids and grandkids are going to throw out the window. Yeah, your legacy, doesn't last long. You guys ever heard of Clark Gable? He was the most important face in the world. What's his legacy? Douglas Fairbanks Jr., Sr., well, his legacy, he invented so many things in the motion picture industry, but the bulk of you've never heard of either of those guys. So all I've got is I'll get over 400 in this round. Hey, if I did this right, 420. Oh, maybe 3 more sets, huh? Hi, Sandeep. S3 and fitness. Did I write that? That sure sounds like something I would write. Pain motivates most people better than pleasure. If you don't lose those 10 pounds, your brother sends in your application signed and sealed to join the Marine Corps. That sounds something like I would say at a workshop. Yeah, one of the problems with goal setting, and I think I do a good job in my book, Attempts. You should buy that book. It's a good book. Maybe. Is I really spend a lot of time going deeply into pain and pleasure. Oh, it's in Never Let Go, huh? Oh, okay. Well, it's a good book. So, this is the book, Attempts. Now, I know you guys on Instagram, you have that opposite. But it's Attempts. I love the back. My one-liners. And if you read my daughter Lindsay's review of me, she'll talk about how I have one-liners for everything. How many rabbits are you chasing? Enough is enough. More is just more. So true. Fit for what? Workout that shall not be named. Fit for what must be part of your language. The greatest secret I know in every field of life is always obvious. And of course, my mantra is embrace the obvious. Think through the wonders and pleasures of achieving your goal. Okay. Last throw, best throw. No fuzzy maxes in the weight room. Yeah, I could have. Yeah, he only touched the bar a little bit. Yeah, he deadlifted it. Correct your weaknesses, but compete with your strength. There you go. Most of success is just showing up. By God, that is like money. Peaking is often simply staying on the path. I said that simply. What I should have said is peaking is always staying on the path. Try not to do too many stupid things a week. It's actually my favorite book of yours. What book? What book am I most proud of? Oh well, I mean, it's got, I mean, my first book. I've got free PDFs on my website, danjohn.net, from Dad to Grad, um, from the ground up about weightlifting, a contrarian approach to discus throw. Oh, and the Coyote Point kettlebell book. That'll give you about, well, I don't know, about 200 plus pages of reading, maybe 3. But never let go, because nobody thought that would sell, and it became one of the best-selling books in the history of fitness. In fact, we're just not sure anymore where it stands. It is true some people come out with those New York Times bestsellers, but, never let go is in a my grandson is here. I mean, my godson is here. Hey, hi.
Hey, hi.
Oh,
I'm gonna put some laundry in.
I got some in there already.
Okay.
Why don't you? I'm on.
Are you swinging?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's no problem. Give me 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll take care of that for you. Okay.
Okay.
It's my godson. He's over doing laundry.
Hi.
Parents, it never ends. You get rid of your kids, the god kids show up. You get rid of the god kids, the grandkids show up. It just never ends. That's pretty clever how I did that, eh? Yeah, my daughter Lindsay wrote How to Be a Good Wedding Guest, and I had to clean up all the F-bombs that were written there, and then she wrote the about the author part. I think some of the best things ever written. I like what Tiff wrote in the other books too. I thought that was quite nice. Okay, we're on the slope to being done. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so this week I had some people send me some new books too. Another book by Derek Sivers, who's a great entrepreneur. Oh, Montenegro, sure, I know. I know Montenegro. Well, great. Loving that book. Thanks. Thanks for coming in today. So this Derek Silvers guy, he wrote a book on being an entrepreneur. And then one of the listeners sent me in his next book. Basically, the idea is you either say yes to something or F-bomb no, Other things too, this might help some of you. My nephew Michael is putting together a FAQ for the 10,000 Swing Challenge and some other things. It's just hard sometimes to answer a question that not only have I written articles about it, but lots of these fitness bimbos have cut and pasted my articles and put them as their own material on their websites. And there's, and it is funny. There's this one. She just has those random Google pictures of people doing swings, and the technique sucks. I mean, the technique that. Can I swear on YouTube?
Yeah.
That shitty ass American swing for 10,000 reps. Hell, you just call your shoulder surgeon and just. Thanks, Dinesh. Yeah, big fan of the shark habits. You probably don't. No one in my family would ever notice that I'm a shark habiter, right? No one would ever notice that I'm absolutely as anal as I sound. Yeah. So this little bimbo, she's got this. She just cuts and pastes everybody's work, throws it up to her as her own original content, and then people write underneath it, "Wow, this is amazing. Where do you keep coming up with this stuff?" Well, yeah. You're a thief is how you come up with it. Yeah, I noticed that you painted the Mona Lisa. Yeah, because I stole off the wall, All right, that's just enough ranting. If I can get 40 here, we're done for the day. Usually I stick around. What time is it?
It's like 9:50.
Yeah, I was hoping to have. I'm trying to get this workout done before we work out. So, which, if that makes sense to you, let me know. This is, as always, an absolute delight and an honor to do what I do. Remember, and if you read 40 Years with the Whistle, I beat this to death. But, you know, whenever I do a workout like this, there's always and if you go to my gym, up on the wall, there's pictures of my coaches. There's, you know, my mentors who are no longer with us. And a lot of what I do is to keep the vision of guys like Ralph Maughan and Dick Notmeyer, who's still with us, Coach Lahati, who's no longer with us, Coach DeYoung is no longer with us, you know, God only knows, and just keep the, you know, kind of, I don't want everybody being like Clark Gable, you know, who just all of a sudden disappears, you know. All right. I got to tell you one thing, Dinesh, you got a combination of names here. Dinesh Boar Wanker. That's a great name. Buffalo Born's back. Yeah, so Buffalo Born is, before I do this last set, talks about lower back biting. That's why I'm such a big fan of doing the two-handed swing. So what you're going to try to do the whole time, if you can, two things. At the top of the swing, you want to do a push-up position, plank, and pull. You want to pull the apple down. Pull the apple down. Pull it down while squeezing your butt cheeks, so it goes, and that just mummifies this whole area here. And then, if you can, and maybe you won't, this takes a while to learn, but when you breathe in down here, make sure, it's hard to do it, it's even hard to do it, but you're doing your best to kind of do a diaphragm breathe. You know, you're locking in the lower belly and the ass plate. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you do it. I know that's not, that's just me throwing advice against the wall on a cast, but it could be, you know, look, if you can, video, make sure your zipper, sternum, and chin are all in the straight line. You know, if you're doing something like that, you know, that could add to it. If you have any hip or knee issues where you're doing the swings with a little bit of maybe that, remember, it's, I didn't take anatomy because, you know, I knew what I liked in the fork, but when I was 14, I didn't need any more. But, you know, according to what I know, the ankle bone's connected to the knee bone's connected to the thigh bone's connected to the body bone. So if this moves here, that impacts here, which impacts here. So just make sure you're in some kind of symmetry. Let's knock this bad boy down. So Seth,
Yep.
I get 40 and finished.
All right. Here we go.
Very excited. Okay, 500. So I'm 3/4 the way through, 7,500 done, which is just great. Thanks, YouTube listeners. If in the future I'm going to do some more stuff here on the challenge, I'm just not sure what that's going to be, but I'm going to do maybe some other variations. Maybe a little bit more formal, just, you know, for those who want to follow along. You know, what I'd really like to do is just something as simple as do a set of 10, set of 15, set of 25, set of 50, make that and then have Brian cut and paste it 5 times, so I only have to do it once, and y'all can do it 5. So, all right, love you guys. I will. So Buffalo asks, okay, good night, all YouTubers. Bye bye.